Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Good morning and golden morning to everyone. And a very happy Father's Day, especially to our Shiv Baba, the Supreme Father, and Prajapita Brahma Baba, and all the Lokik fathers who are sitting here. Happy Father's Day to all of you. So today Baba's Murli was spoken on 18th January 1995. And that was the day when Baba inaugurated Gyan Sarovar. And Baba inaugurated, plus he was like blessing Gyan Sarovar. It's not working. Everybody can hear me? Yeah, it is on. Doesn't work. No. Yeah. It is on, but it is not working. Hello. Okay. Yeah. So this Murli was spoken by Bap Dada on the inauguration of Gyan Sarovar. And we all know that how Gyan Sarovar was made. 3 years there was no rain in Abu. And so those farmers who had owned the land, Gyan Sarovar, they were like compelled to sell that land because they cannot plow the land, no water at all. So they were those farmers who were like bringing milk to Pandav Bhavan. So then when they came to give the milk to Pandav Bhavan, they asked our brother Vallabh Bhai, is it okay if you can purchase this land? Would you like to purchase it? Are you interested? Or should we give it to somebody else? So they gave that land at a very cheap rate. But that land was no construction area. We cannot construct anything on that land because it was under the law that it is non-constructible. So then Dadi said, okay, take the land. They've been always serving us. So they are in need of money. So give them the money. So we bought that land, but we did not know what to do with it. And drama was so wonderful that during that year, the governor of Rajasthan, Dr. Channa Reddy, he was like 2 months, the office of the governor is in Mount Abu since the beginning, since the British time. So 2 months the office of governor would be in Abu during the summer time. So he came to Abu and he had got the information that Brahma Kumaris was started in Pakistan. So still they have the links with Pakistan and their money goes there and they are supporting the terrorism. So this was the information that he had. But he was a very intelligent person, a very learned person. So he said, okay, I will see into the matter and find out for myself. So when he came to Abu in the governor house, he sent a message to Dadiji that I would like to know the philosophy of Brahma Kumaris. So Shiluben said, these politicians, they never follow what Baba's directions are, or never, we just waste our time in giving them knowledge. And she was busy with the Rajyoga meditation camps. So she said, Dadi, I don't have time to specially go and give him class. You can see for somebody else. Shashiben said, I'm also very busy, because during that time Shashiben used to give the accommodation. So Dadi thought whom to call now to give him class. He has asked for it and is going to stay here 2 months. At least 1 week somebody should go to Raj Bhavan and give him the class. So they were thinking of calling Sushma Ben from Jaipur or Ahmedabad, Sharda Ben. Whom can we call? And I came with a Rajyoga meditation group from Hyderabad. I was in Hyderabad during that time in the Nagarjuna Hills. So I just entered the gate. And when I entered the gate, Dadi and they were sitting in the courtyard discussing whom to call. So Raju Bhai and Vallabh Bhai said, Dadi, your tension is over now. Dadi said, why? So they said, look, she's coming here and she's coming from Hyderabad. Maybe she must have met him also. So we can ask her to stay over. How many days she has come here for? So Dadi immediately called me. Come here. How many days you are going to stay here? So I said, I've come with this group of Rajyoga meditation, and brother, about 11 teachers had come from Hyderabad, school teachers. So I said, I've come for 5 days. So she said, cancel the ticket. And then she asked me, do you know Dr. Channa Reddy? So I said, yes, I met him on Raksha Bandhan once when he was the chief minister. So then Dadi said, then you are the most appropriate person, cancel the ticket. And so I said, but we'll have to talk to Sister Yogini about it. So she said, I'll talk to her about it. And you stay here and you have to go from today evening itself to give the course to Channa Reddy. So I had to stay back. And every day I used to go to give him the course. So he said, let me have the meditation room first, where I can have the course. So one room he converted into everything white and Baba's translate, Shiv Baba's translate. And he would keep 2 chairs, one for himself, one for his wife, and one for me. And there was a sister who used to come with me. So behind she would sit and operate the songs for meditation and the commentary. And then he would record whatever I said. Oh, the whole lecture he would record. And he said, if I ask him any questions, he would say no questions. Anyway, I went there 7 days. And after 7 days, he said, today I don't want to listen anything. And I have many questions. You have to answer all the questions. So he started asking me all the questions. And for about 2.5 hours, he went on asking questions to me. Some related with the administration, some related with the accounts department, all questions. All those which I was able to answer, I answered them. But whatever he asked about the accounts department, I was nowhere connected to accounts department. So I said, like, look, I have no idea about the account system in the headquarters. I'll find out and tomorrow I'll answer you. So he at least had this idea that this sister is speaking the truth. When she doesn't know anything, she would say, I have no idea, and I'll tell you tomorrow after asking this to Dadi, and after knowing about the whole thing, I'll tell you tomorrow. Now that day, because I used to go within 1 hour, the class used to finish, and I used to go to Madhuban back. And Dadi would ask me, so he asked anything? So I would say, no, he didn't ask anything, the 7 days. And the 8th day, when after 2 hours also I did not reach Madhuban, so Dadi was desperate. How can it be? It is 9 o'clock at night. And how come she has not arrived yet? So she would send everyone, one after the other, go and see what is happening. And the ADC would say, meeting is going on, please, no disturbance. And he had told the ADC, don't let anyone come in. I want to ask her questions. So after 2.5 hours, when the door opened and we went out and I went home, I went to Madhuban, Dadi was like waiting. She didn't have a dinner. She waited. What is happening? The moment I reached there, she said, what happened today? Why it took so long? So I said, Dadi, he had so many questions, 2.5 hours. He didn't listen anything. Just questions, questions, questions. So she said, what are the questions? So I started giving all the questions, and Dadi would say, what did you answer for this? What did you answer for this? And after listening to all the answers, Dadi was like satisfied and said, very good. You gave accurate answers. But he was also satisfied. And after that, when he came to Madhuban for a program, and it was a bhatti of all the surrendered sisters who were all sitting there. And Dadiji brought him to Om Shanti Bhavan. Now just imagine 3,000 teachers, all in white. And they are sitting there, and he comes in, and after doing bhatti, evening bhatti, and he comes there at 7:30, the vibrations were so powerful, so powerful. He was like, he had a blow. And when he saw all of them, he said, this is an army. This is an army of peace. What realization he got. And he was like wonderstruck at seeing all the teachers. And he mentioned in the address also, today I see an army of peace. And I have felt the vibrations very strong of peace and purity. This was his words. And then he came down. And after that, it was like Thursday. So Moini men used to offer bhog at that time, small Moini men. And after getting the message, he was listening to the message. And he had the feeling, how is it that she can get the message? So the next day when I went to give him the Murli class, he asked me, how does she go into trance? What happens? How does she receive the message? Can she bring the message of anyone? So I said, yes. So then he said, my grandson recently passed away. I want to know where he is. Can she bring the message from him? So I said, yes, if you have a photograph, you have to show him the photograph so that she can invoke him there. So immediately he got the photograph, came to Madhuban, talked to Moini Ben, what message he wanted, the question he had to ask. And after that, the next day, two sisters were getting dedicated. So he saw the dedication ceremony of how sisters they are getting dedicated. And that impressed him so much that he took out $50,000, 50,000 rupees. 2 packets for both the sisters and 1 packet for bhog. He said, how much should I get? So I said, as much as you want to. It is your faith that is there. So he gave 15,000 for bhog and 25,000 for both the sisters as a gift. So Dadi said, sorry, we do not accept government money. This is not our law. Maybe he was testing because he had asked that question, where does the money come from and everything. So Dadi said, sorry, we do not accept government money and it is against our principles. So he said, this is not government money. This is my money which I earn and it's from my salary. And you will have to accept it. So it was the first politician who ever donated in Baba's Yagya. And after that, as if Baba was touching him and he was so desperate, something, because he was connected with Sai Baba, Puttaparthi, Sai Baba. So Sai Baba was always into education, into hospitals, all these things. So he thought, you are giving spiritual knowledge, but you have to do something for the society also. So why don't you build something for education? So Dadi said, look, we do not give education to small children and take their responsibility. But yes, we have 20 wings. So all the wings were officially declared during that time, the 20 wings. And then all those wings, for the training purpose, he said, at least give professionals trainings. You have such knowledge, you have such treasure of knowledge. Why don't you share that knowledge? So official training program. So Dadi said, but we don't have space. And we have the land, but it is non-convertible. So he said, let me do something about it. So during that time, the Ram Janam Bhumi thing was going on. And at that time, lot of fighting was there for Babri Masjid. And BJP lost. It was like president rule. So all the BJP governed state, they came under governor's rule. Look at Baba and Rama, how he works. So the chief minister office was in his hands for 20 days. 20 days. And he immediately called Dadi and said, look, I am looking after both the offices and I'm lifting the law. With my authority, I'm lifting the law. I don't know how many days I'll be here. Immediately send with all the papers of the land and I will convert it immediately and I have to put that law back. So he lifted the law for 1 week. And in that 1 week, he passed the land of Gyan Sarovar, made it convertible, constructible, and he said, look, again, because he was a Congress person, so he said the BJP rule will come again. As soon as this Babri Masjid is over, it will come again. So, you have to start building immediately. And make it fast so that before the government comes back into rule, so much is constructed that they can't do anything, because then I'll be helpless, because it is in the chief minister's hand, not in my hand. And he converted all the land into two parts, Brahma Kumaris and trust. And then immediately the work was started to build. And that is when Dadiji announced 1 rupee per day per person we have to put. And everybody contributed for that. Gyan Sarovar. During the day, the masons used to do the work, construction work. And after they would get off 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock sometimes, they would get out. Dadiji called all the Kumars from all the centers who can come to construct Gyan Sarovar. So after 7, all the Kumars would construct Gyan Sarovar till the morning, 9 o'clock. Full night the work used to go on. So day and night, and within 3 months, the structure was created in such a way. And I remember that when the Gyan Sarovar lake, and in that lake, because the auditorium was first to be built there, but then according to Vastu, then they shifted that. But because that was going to be built there, Dadiji came and stood there, and everyone lifted the stones. And we sisters also lifted the stones. They would make a chain and pass on that stone to each other, and finally, and this is how that lake was also created. All the brothers and sisters, the masons used to do the work from different places, from Mehsana, from Palanpur. The masons were brought to create, to do the work fast. So double the labor, and during the night time, BKs, they constructed. So when the inauguration took place, and they gave the date, so this happened from June, and from June to January, just imagine how many months. And the inauguration took place in 6 months. There's no such creation on this world. In 6 months, the inauguration starts. So the structure was created, although it was not finished, but the inauguration took place on 18th January. And Baba first descended in Gyan Sarovar on 18th January. And so that is why all the brothers were asked to sit inside the hall, because they had worked day and night. And during winter time, it was so cold, but still the brothers worked the whole night, and the masons during the day. So Dadi asked all the brothers and the engineers to sit inside the hall. Hall capacity is only 1600. So they were made to sit inside, and all the mothers who had come, they were made to sit outside. So about 2000 mothers and sisters were there. So they were all sitting outside in the plaza. And Baba came and he called all those who were going to stay in Gyan Sarovar. And in Gyan Sarovar during that time, 2 Dadis were appointed. Chandramani Dadi, who was in Punjab, Dadiji asked her to leave Punjab and come to Madhuban and look after Gyan Sarovar. So Chandramani Dadi and Ratanmohini Dadi, these 2 were to look after Gyan Sarovar. Manor Dadi, Dadiji would be here in Pandav Bhavan. And 2 sisters, here it is Shiluben and Shashiben, and there it was Geeta Ben and myself. We were appointed. So we were called onto the stage. We got blessings from Baba. Baba gave us Toli as well. And then Baba called all the engineers. And Baba blessed them also. And then for all the Kumars who had really worked hard, Baba blessed them also. And then because it was under construction, no roads and nothing was practically there. So then I came back, and then in meantime, the Shantivan started. So Shantamani Dadi had to come to Shantivan, and so Dadi said, you go to Shantivan. So from Gyan Sarovar, I was shifted to Shantivan. So this is how the whole story goes. And Baba blessed Gyan Sarovar, and the words of blessings, what Gyan Sarovar would do, his predictions about Gyan Sarovar is in today's Murli. Yeah, he became a regular student, and then he had this feeling, I should spread this knowledge in Jaipur also. So he's the first governor who had asked all the bureaucrats, all the ministers, and the MPs, MLAs of Rajasthan to attend this program, and he invited Dadiji. And then he asked Dadiji how I had to stay back. The story is that because I gave him the course and the Murli, and he became Baba's Pakka child, so he said, look, I want this sister here in Jaipur. So Dadi said, now you have to say goodbye to Hyderabad, you have to say goodbye to Bombay, and you have to go to Jaipur. Because I cannot, he has done so much work for Baba, and he has asked for this small thing. I want this sister there because I want all the bureaucrats and the ministers to go through this course. At least they should get the message. So Dadi said, now say goodbye. So I said, but you'll have to speak to Yogini Ben about it. So she said, how can Yogini refuse me? I send you there, and I can ask for you anytime. You are my hand. So then she said to Yogini Ben, forget about Usha. You have many hands now, and you have to give her back to me. I'm going to send her to Jaipur. But during that time, he gave us a minister cottage, and where we can start a center. So all the construction work was going on as a center. He said, whatever you want, like, design it for yourself. This is the minister cottage I give you, which is amongst all the ministers where they stay. So when the construction work was going on, somebody complained, Sonia Gandhi, about this Governor Channa Reddy, that the Brahma Kumaris has done magic on him, and he just thinks about them and nobody else. He has kept the program for all the bureaucrats and the ministers also in Raj Bhavan itself, and everybody had to attend. And our BKs, they went there and made food, and all those people were served food, and that was a very royal program that we had in the gardens of the Raj Bhavan. So his complaint was made. So then he was immediately transferred from Jaipur to Tamil Nadu. Go down. He went there and he said, okay. And he said to Dadiji, send this sister to Tamil Nadu now. So mine Jaipur was cancelled. And then Dadi said, now you have to go to Tamil Nadu. So when we went with Dadiji, when he made a Baba's room there also, and he called Dadiji, and he told all the staff members, my Guru is coming today. So everybody be dressed in proper way, and you have to welcome. So everybody thought, who is the Guru? Some big man must be coming. And when they saw Dadiji, so loving, and Mohini Ben and myself, we three went there. And then Rosie Ben was there, and Bina Ben was there. So they were talking English very well. So then he said, okay, it doesn't matter. These sisters are good enough. They speak English. So doesn't matter if you want to keep Usha with you in Mount Abu, I don't mind. So that is how I took leave from Bombay also, Hyderabad also. Now no Jaipur, no Tamil Nadu, and back to so Dadi then offered me, if you want a center, I'll definitely send you to center and give you a center. But Dadi's wish is that you stay in Madhuban, because Gyan Sarovar is also coming up and we need hands. But whatever your desire is, that was the humility that Dadi had. So when she asked me, so I just had this feeling that what Dadi's wish is Baba's wish. So whatever Baba wants me, so I will stay over. So that was how the story went on, and I had to stay back in Madhuban and become Madhuban Nivasi. And 1992 onwards, I've been in Madhuban for all these years. So this Murli is on 18th January 1995. The elevated version spoken by Avyakta Bap Dada on the auspicious occasion of the inauguration of Gyan Sarovar on the 18th January 1995. 18th January is the day of Bap Dada, who's always in the form of ocean of love. So Baba said, today on a day filled with love, Bap Dada, the ocean of love, has come to meet his extremely loving children. The children who are merged in love, the children who are absorbed in love. Bap Dada has continued to listen to the songs of love of everyone. From morning, the songs of love go on. So Bap Dada was listening to the songs of each one's heart, filled with love, and will continue to do so. Seeing the love of every child, the father also sings the song. Bap Dada also sings the song, Wah, my loving children, Wah. Bap Dada is also saying the loving children and says, Wah, my loving children, Wah. Children have made today a day of power into one of practical service through the corporeal form. Because Gyan Sarovar was built, so it was a day of service also. Everybody did service there. So it's a day of love, but together with that, a day of power, and into one of practical service through the corporeal form, and will continue to do so. So Baba blessed everyone. Father Brahma also sings songs of praise of the children, but through the corporeal form and the Avyakta form, he is giving you special experience of closeness and company. Baba is giving the experience of closeness and company. Do you children not feel that the Father is with you? Do you feel that? He is with us? Definitely. Do you feel it? You took birth together. You have been serviceable companions together, because in the front row, all the dadis were sitting. And all the dadis had come from all parts of India. So all the dadis were sitting. And all the senior brothers and sisters were also sitting, who are instrument for service. So seeing this, Baba says, you took birth together, seeing the dadis, they took birth at the time of establishment. So with Brahma Baba. So you took birth together, and you have been serviceable companions together. And you will go home together, and you will be together in the future too. So took birth together, were serviceable companions together, will go home together, and come down in the new world together in the future too. Father Brahma too does not like to be alone. Do you feel that you are alone? You are together, and you will remain together. You will return together, and you will rule together. This is as if Baba is giving a promise to all the dadis that you will always be together, return home together, and rule together. You will give Father Shiva a rest, and Father Brahma will rule with you in the future world. Do you remember your kingdom? Today you are servers, and tomorrow you will have a right to the kingdom. You can see your kingdom in front of you, can you not? The place of your kingdom, heaven, and the divine costumes of heaven are clear in front of you. Are they not? Can you see your divine costumes? You are just about to wear them. Do you have this experience? Is your future clear in front of you? Today is the present, and tomorrow the future will become the present. Very soon it will become the present. Do you have this faith? Do you have this faith firmly? Baba is confirming. Do you have this faith firmly? All the old ones, the strong ones have come. All the dadis, the old ones, and the strong ones who are service companions, they have come together. Bap Dada has a lot of happiness. And Father Brahma especially has a lot of happiness. That firstly, the companion jewels of establishment are sitting in front of Baba. The first jewels. And secondly, the elevated jewels responsible for the expansion of the establishment are in front of Baba. So first the dadis, and then the ones when they came to India, and after that the service started. So the serviceable companions, all the senior sisters, so they were also sitting in front. So Baba is seeing both the companion souls. So firstly, the companion jewels of establishment are sitting in front of Baba. And secondly, the elevated jewels responsible for the expansion of establishment are in front of Baba. Seeing both types of jewels in this gathering, Father Brahma is very happy because the serviceable companions also were there with Brahma Baba. They also had taken the sustenance of Brahma Baba. So Baba is happy to see both of them. The children too, with so much zeal and enthusiasm, and not even thinking about the bodies or any facilities. In Gyan Sarovar, there was no facility. So they are not thinking about their bodies or any facilities, even in the cold weather, have come here. This cold weather comes to salute all of you children. Generally too, when you sit on the throne of a kingdom, what happens behind you? The fans. So Baba says, cold wind. So this cold wind also comes to fan you. Because all of you are also special, highest on high souls. So much regard Baba gives to each and every child. So Baba says, because all of you are special, highest on high souls. Do you have this intoxication? God has the intoxication. Do you have this intoxication? So today, Father Brahma is especially happy to see both the companions from birth and the companions in service. Those who are the original jewels and are instrumental for service, and the original jewels at the time of birth, at the time of establishment. Acha, this hall, the auditorium of Gyan Sarovar, has also been made like a royal court. because the brother who had designed that was from Bombay. And he said, because you souls are doing efforts to master the 5 elements, the 5 senses, so has put all the, as if like the 5 elements in the hall. So the bottom part is like the earth, then the air, and then the form of clouds, the blue sky. So that is why it is colored in blue and it is formed like clouds. So like all the 5 elements are put there. Just put all the 5 elements there. So Baba says that this hall has also been made like a royal court. When a gathering is held in a royal court, they even sit in the gallery. And so those in the gallery are also looking very good. So all the brothers are sitting in the hall and the sisters and mothers are sitting outside in the plaza. Today the mothers will soon receive the fortune of their renunciation. They all renunciate and allowed the brothers to sit inside. So Baba is addressing them outside. You are doing tapasya very well. You will receive the fruit of your tapasya. And you are receiving the cool wind as well as the heat. Because they are sitting out in the open. So the sun was also there and the cold wind was also there. So Baba says, you are receiving the fruit of your tapasya, that the sun is also there as well as the cold is also there. Acha. Would you call this Gyan Sarovar a lake of knowledge or the lake of love? Because everybody contributed with great love. So Baba is saying, would you call this a lake of knowledge or the lake of love? The lake of love is very good in Gyan Sarovar. This Gyan Sarovar is a special lighthouse. So now blessings for Gyan Sarovar. Baba's special blessings for Gyan Sarovar. This Gyan Sarovar is a special lighthouse and might house for service. It will be a lighthouse and might, and it is practically for service. The star of fortune of many souls will begin to sparkle from this land. And really all professionals who come to Gyan Sarovar, they forget the outside world. And a spark is ignited in them. So the star of fortune of many souls will begin to sparkle from this land. Many souls will celebrate a meeting with their father from whom they have been separated. All the predictions we can see and all these words of Baba have come practically true. This land is one that will remove the sorrow of many souls. As soon as you come to this Sarovar, you will continue to experience waves of happiness. And everybody enjoys. Even Bharatvasis and double foreigners, when they come to Gyan Sarovar, waves of happiness is experienced. In this Gyan Sarovar, 3 types of people will claim a right to 3 types of attainments. Which are the 3 types? Some will claim a right to the inheritance. Some will claim a right to the inheritance. These are the first type, the heir children. Some will claim a right to blessings. And some will only claim a right to good wishes. So these are the 3 types of children. And there are 3 types of attainments. Some will claim a right to the inheritance. Some will claim a right to the blessings. And some will claim a right to good wishes. So there will be souls who are full of 3 types of attainments. This is an elevated lake. This is an elevated lake. Ordinary souls will come and go back with the experience of an angelic life. Ordinary souls will come and will go with an experience of an angelic life. Together with this, many Brahmin souls will take benefit from the subtle experiences of tapasya, and they'll experience avyakta sustenance and have easy experiences and attainments of subtle yoga. Easy yoga. The complaints of how can we have yoga with Baba will finish. That is the blessing of Gyan Sarovar. So Baba says, and especially in COVID time and after COVID time also, constant bhattis were going on. And people from different parts, Baba's children from different parts came constant. And everybody had this experience as if it was like sitting there and easily as if being pulled and getting the experience of lightness, of subtle regions, of angelic life. All Brahmins also had very easy yoga this time. 2 years, 3 years, constant bhattis for Indian Brahmins was conducted there. So Baba says, and Baba had the blessed that Brahmins also. So together with this, many Brahmin souls will take the benefit from the subtle experiences of tapasya and will experience avyakta sustenance and have easy experiences and attainments of subtle yoga. Not just the gross form of yoga, but the subtle yoga. This is an elevated facility that will fulfill the elevated hopes of Brahmin souls for self-progress. The place is common, but it will give the experience of an elevated stage. The place is common, but it will become special. It is a place that will reveal knowledge systematically. Until then, we had no training programs. After that, tailored programs, self-management and other stress management, all the systematically training programs started. So it is a place that will reveal knowledge systematically to the whole world. The first benefit is the meeting of the father with the children. Look, even with double the number of souls, you are meeting Baba. Whether you are sitting outside or anywhere else. You are double in number, are you not? That day Baba did not come in the evening. Baba came in the morning, 18th January. Baba came at about after breakfast. Everyone had breakfast. After 9:30, Baba came and he gave the blessings to everyone. So the practical fruit is the meeting of double the number of children. Do you understand? Multi-million times congratulations to those who have created the lake of love in this Sarovar. Those who have given their cooperation, those who have given courage through their thoughts, those who have completed this Sarovar with hands of love. And just look, God appreciating and thanking each and every soul, having that gratitude for each and every soul. So Baba says, multi-million times congratulations to those who have created the lake of love in this Sarovar, those who have given their cooperation, those who have given courage through their thoughts, those who have completed this Sarovar with hands of love from this land and the lands abroad. Everyone contributed 1 rupee. Then Baba says, this is the first place where all of you, from little children to all Brahmins, have given cooperation with your mind, body, and wealth. Everyone has given cooperation. Even small children, huh? They brought their piggy banks and contributed. You may not have lifted the bricks physically, but you have made your companions for service here. You have given enthusiasm, and so the Sarovar is decorated with such drops of love, cooperation, and power. Gyan Sarovar is a practical example of love, cooperation, and power. That it will continue to give the experience of elevated success. Therefore, special congratulations to those who have given their cooperation, whether from every corner of this land or lands abroad, from India or outside. Those who have not lost courage, even in cold weather. And that was the year when the winter was also very severe, very severe. And because Gyansar was open, no buildings were there, so the wind used to like pierce. I remember that. So who have not lost courage even in the cold weather, even when it has been raining. Because when it started in rainy season. Bap Dada knows that you children have faced a few difficulties, but you have faced them with love. Baba appreciates everyone's contribution. Because of love, you have not experienced it to be hard work. For where there is courage, there is multi-million-fold help from Bap Dada. And really, in that construction, nobody left body. Not any mason or not any BKs. Although they were, nobody in that severe cold even had a heart attack or anything. Nothing. They were like looked after by Baba very well from the subtle, and they experienced that help from Bap Dada. So because of love, you have not experienced it to be hard work. For where there is courage, there is multi-million-fold help from Bap Dada. This is why Bap Dada massages you. Look at his love. He massages you and will continue to do so. Acha, the engineers. I believe there were about 25 engineers appointed, and everyone was looking after different buildings. From the bottom, the buildings that were made there, till the top, whether it was Shanti Kunj or whether it was Vishnupuri or whether it was the bottom big halls, Harmony House and all. Acha, the engineers for this place, raise your hands. Many, many congratulations for completing it on time. They have given it to all of you in a condition that you can at least sit in it. Still, there was a lot of work left, but the hall was completed and everybody could sit in it at least. The Father has come at least. This was the promise. All of you are also congratulating them, the engineers. Are you not? Where are those who have decorated the hall? This is the Munni party. Munni Ben's party decorated the hall. So Munni Ben's team who decorated the hall. Look, it is the Sarovar of love, because the walls were also, the plaster was not done. So then they put all the saris. and decorated it with so many flowers. The stage was decorated with flowers. Look, it is the Sarovar of love, and this is why the flowers have come here all the way from Calcutta. The flowers were brought from Calcutta. Very beautiful, colorful flowers came from Calcutta. The entire stage is decorated with them. Acha, congratulations to all of you for arriving here, and multi-million congratulations to all the mothers who are sitting outside. Then the acoustic engineer, Jal Mistri, was a Parsi. So whereby introduced him to Baba. Jal Mistri responsible for the sound system in the auditorium. Look, if this one had not had the courage, you would not even be able to hear the Murli. All of you are crazy about the Murli, are you not? Everyone wants Murli. The facility for the Murli is most elevated. Even the drop of a pin is heard in the mic. So the facility for the Murli is most elevated. Such good arrangements have been made. Everyone is listening to this comfortably. Everyone outside is also able to hear everything. You have made very good arrangements. All those of you who are responsible for all the service, Baba is not mentioning the name of every department individually, but each one of you should think that Baba is personally giving you congratulations for your love and cooperation. Acha, who should be given the first congratulations? Dadiji. Then Dadiji said no to Bap Dada. The first congratulations goes to Bap Dada. Bap Dada is the bestower. Bap Dada always says that the number one servant of the children is the father. The father is constantly the server. However, the children are also ahead of the father in cooperating in service. Each one's name cannot be mentioned individually, but Baba is taking the name of each one of you children into his heart and giving you all love and remembrance. Congratulations to every department. You cannot do anything without light. You cannot do anything without the mics. So congratulations to the light, might, and mics. Baba is thanking everyone. Then looking at the teachers who are sitting, because they contributed through the wealth and sent money from time to time, all the students who had contributed. It reminds me of one incident that when Dadi said this, there was a sister who was a laborer, and she used to do washing the vessels in some people's house. And whatever money she had gathered, she thought that Baba is going to decorate us with so much of gold in the golden age. So I need to donate some gold to Baba. So whatever money she had gathered, she made a ring out of it. And she didn't come. She sacrificed coming to Madhuban because she had that much money only, either to buy that gold ring or to come and pay for her ticket. So she thought, I'll sacrifice, I won't go to Madhuban. And she sent that ring with her teacher. And when the teacher came and gave that ring to Dadi, saying that she has done so much efforts, gathered money, and she sacrificed for not coming to Madhuban, but she's sending this ring. And Dadi had tears in her eyes. What Baba's children? And that day, Dadi put on the ring that she sent. When she came to class, she started to, look what Dadi got today. And then Dadi shared that incident, that sister has sacrificed. She has still not come to Madhuban. But whatever she had saved for Gyan Sarovar, she wanted to contribute. And she had this thought, I should send something of gold. And this is what she has done. And just imagine the fortune of that soul, what it would be in golden age. We can imagine. Such were Baba's children, and such they used to send something. It reminds me that there was another mother, and her husband died. So whatever gold she had, the chain and whatever bangles and whatever gold she had, she kept it. Everything in one, tied in one hanky, everything tied in it. And she thought, when I will go to Madhuban, I'll take this and give it to Gyan Sarovar, for Gyan Sarovar. And that night she prepared her bag and she prepared that hanky, and she tied it the knot because she did not have any such purse or anything. And she went to sleep. And that day, thieves came in her house, broke the house. They searched for everything. They even emptied the bag. But because it was tied in a hanky, it was not in a purse, so it was saved. And they were not able to take anything. They didn't find anything in the house. So the next day, when she left for Madhuban and came and gave it to Dadi, the thieves came, but because it was my pure wish to donate to Baba, they were not able to find this. Such examples we have seen, how Gyan Sarovar was made and how everybody had that enthusiasm. And Dadi has said 1 rupee every day. So how children also dedicated, and everyone, they completely gave to Baba. So Baba was congratulating each and every soul for whatever they have done. So Baba speaking to the teachers then, if you were not here, the centers could not then be opened. Look how many centers each one has opened. Here you have the kingdom of service, and there you will have the kingdom of ruling. Acha, Pandavas are also seeing this. Very good Pandavas have also come here. There cannot be salvation without the Pandavas. However, the Pandavas have kept the Shaktis in the front. Have you placed the mothers in the front, or has the father done this? You have followed the father. Baba says you have followed the father. In fact, all of you are also sitting close to the father. Do not think that only those on the stage are sitting here. However, those who are in front are extremely close. Double foreigners have also come. You are also performing wonders. You are doing the service of revelation in this land and the lands abroad as well, and will continue to do so. Then Bap Dada stood on the huge stage of Gyan Sarovar, lit the candles together with the engineers, and cut the cake with the main instrument teachers and the dadis. Then the main dadis walked with Bap Dada to the plaza. So a path was made, and they walked with Bap Dada out of the hall onto the plaza, where Bap Dada waved his hand, meeting around 2,000 people who were sitting outside. Mainly mothers sitting outside, and then hoisted the flag. Baba hoisted the flag. Bap Dada then shared a few elevated versions, looking at that gathering. Bap Dada is very happy to see the flag of love that all of you children have hoisted in your hearts. This flag of love between the father and the children is for service. This flag is for the service. When you have a flag ceremony, you make the flag fly high. In the same way, continue to be the most elevated in your love for Baba. This is the flag that will reveal the Father. This is the cloth flag, but the sound from all of you that the Father has come is merged in this cloth flag. Baba has come. Baba has come. This flag of revelation will be hoisted in every corner. You will see this. You will hear this and experience happiness. Today, this flag of revelation is being hoisted in this Gyan Sarovar, and tomorrow it will be hoisted in the world. Congratulations for the tapasya that all of you had to do. However, you are sitting comfortably, and in fact, you have been able to see more than those who are sitting inside, because on the big screen, they are also seeing. So you will be able to see more than those who are sitting inside at the back. You are not those who are sitting outside, but you are in Baba's heart. You are not sitting outside, but in Baba's heart. All of you are very fortunate, and you must therefore continue to distribute happiness. Remain happy and continue to distribute happiness. Then Bap Dada gave drishti to all the buildings that were constructed. From that place, he could see everything, where the training center was, the Harmony House, and the Bandara and everything. So Bap Dada then gave drishti to all the buildings already constructed all around, and then came into the hall and gave all the engineers toli with his hand. Then Bap Dada signals for service in Gyan Sarovar. Make such a program for Gyan Sarovar. Baba's versions are, make such a program for Gyan Sarovar that no other place in the world has had such service news. And really, when all the professionals of different field come there, the service news is excellent of Gyan Sarovar. Whether it is the UN or any place bigger than that, let this become even bigger than that in service. Everyone's body and mind have been used for this, and from little children to the older ones, everyone's wealth has also been used. So just as everyone's finger of cooperation has no further pages, brother? Okay, here it is. So just as everyone's finger of cooperation has been used, in the same way, in service to everyone's finger of cooperation has to be used. Continue to offer your plans, but at the time of making the plans and at the time of offering them, offer them as a master. And when the majority finalizes them, become a child and accept it. What does a child do? Haji. However, what does a master say? No, do it like this. So a child and a master. It is good to offer your plans, but not with the thought that this plan has to happen. Whatever happens will be good. Do not step aside. Offer your plans, but be a child and also a master. Do you know how to become a child and a master? Or do you just know how to be a master? All of you have become clever, have you not? You quickly become masters. So you have to do service, But before doing service, become a self-transformer. Both are needed, are they not? Then Baba, speaking to the brothers and sisters who reside in Madhuban, Bap Dada made the brothers and sisters who stay at the various places in Abu raise their hands. Look, Peace Park is no less. Everyone forgets London and America. Whoever sees the Peace Park tries to copy it. But no matter how much they copy it, they cannot have that sparkle of spirituality. They cannot have that sparkle of love. You are receiving the fruit of your efforts. You have made a lot of effort. You have made effort with a lot of love. You have not just watered it, but you have given it the water of love. And this is why the atmosphere is lovely and unique. Even Peace Park land was during the time of um, drought. We got that land. So those from Gyan Sarovar, after Peace Park, those from Gyan Sarovar are also working hard with a lot of love. The result is good, and you are number one in your intellects, having faith. No matter how much someone tries to shake you, saying, no, it will not be ready on time, the more they say it, it won't be ready, the more you say, yes, it will be ready. Therefore, there is victory when there is faith. It has to be ready, and the Father has come. Therefore, congratulations to your faith. Acha, those in Shantivan, Taleti, are also experiencing pleasure. You are making preparations for celebrating at the Mela. It is good. There has to be sparkle and splendor. There has to be some newness in Shantivan. You always sit in the Om Shanti Bhavan hall anyway, but there has to be some newness too. And the thoughts of so many souls will then be fulfilled. The complaints will reduce. Are preparations being made very well in Taleti, Shantivan? You do not think it is a big task, do you? In happiness, even anything becomes difficult, becomes easy. Anything that is difficult becomes easy. What are the Abu residents doing? You are giving the company of your cooperation. Whenever any task is to be accomplished, the Abu residents do that. It is good. All the children at the museum are also working hard. The museum is a mobile place of service. How many centers would this museum have opened? Many people come, look at the museum, and they go with that thought, we have to open such a center. How many souls were transformed through this? The influence created there is very useful for when they go back. When they are here, because their intellects are free here, they are very impressed, and so it is useful for when they go back to their homes. So the service done at the museum is no less either. The service done to all the places is good. All of those who explain to the groups here in Om Shanti Bhavan are also good. At every place, your service is very good and the influence is being spread. It is good. Acha, what will those from Madhuban do? The Madhuban residents should constantly consider themselves to be images of support and examples. In practical action, the Madhuban residents are examples and also images of support. Because all the facilities, the spiritual facilities that are needed are provided by Madhuban. This is why Madhuban residents should not think that they are just in a room of Madhuban or they are in Pandav Bhavan, but that they are images of support in every action. every thought and every word. Whatever specialities anyone sees in practical actions and words, they are seen in Madhuban. So you are constantly images of support at every moment, and you are also images of an example. If you do something good, you become an example. And if you have to do something mixed, then too you become an example. Everyone becomes an example of Madhuban. This is why the Madhuban residents have such a huge crown of responsibility. Acha, there are few of you at Sangam Bhavan and you do special service tirelessly. The residents at Sangam Bhavan run around very well, especially to the train. Acha, how's everything at the hospital? Is the hospital very good or only good? What is the speciality of the hospital? On the one hand, you think that no one should be a patient, whereas the hospital thinks that it should have patients. They become unhappy if they don't have patients, if there are no patients. You bring patience to the patients. You bring patience to the patients. So not only do the patients come to the hospital, but even those who wish to imbibe patience, the value, come to the hospital. It is good. The Brahmins take the maximum benefit from the hospital. You just sit in the ambulance and you arrive there. It provides good help. Firstly, it helps the Brahmins, and secondly, people used to wonder and say, you do not do anything, whereas they now think, yes, they do something for the society. Brahma Kumaris do not just serve them spiritually, but they do something for the society also, for the social also. So whereas they now think, yes, they do something, they do a lot. So the hospital has increased the service. You have transformed people's comments. They do not do anything into, yes, they do something. It is like this, is it not? Acha, it is good. When those of you at the hospital have time, do a lot of service with your minds. You will not then be able to become free from that. Acha, मीठे मीठे सिकिलते बच्चों प्रति माता पिता बाप दादा का याद प्यार और गुड मॉर्निंग रूहानी बाप की रूहानी बच्चों को नमस्ते। हम सभी रूहानी बच्चों की रूहानी माता पिता बाप दादा को याद प्यार, गुड मॉर्निंग, नमस्ते नमस्ते। शुक्रिया बाबा,
शुक्रिया बाबा, शुक्रिया मेरा बाबा, प्यारा बाबा, मीठा बाबा।
Bap Dada's blessing for us children today is, may you finish any web of weak thoughts and become an independent soul, free from the bondage of any dependency. May you finish any web, because weak thoughts also, they create a web, and become independent soul, free from the bondage of any dependency. Your bondage of dependency is a web of weak thoughts in your own mind. This web comes in the form of questions. When the question arises, what will happen? I don't know. Will it not be like this? It creates a web. Confluence aged Brahmin should just have this one powerful thought: whatever happens will be beneficial. It will be elevated and the best of all. This is the only thought we have to have. Finish that web with this powerful thought, and you will become an independent soul who becomes free from all the bondages. Today's slogan is, the practical form of a jnani and yogi soul is humility and fearlessness. The practical form of a jnani and yogi soul is humility and fearlessness. Today is third Sunday of the month, World Meditation Day, and all Rajyogi Tapasvi brothers and sisters have meditation from 6:30 to 7:30. At the time of yoga experience, I, an angel, am above the world globe. Powerful rays of love are emerging from my eyes and falling on all souls of the world, with which they are becoming full of spiritual power and experiencing God's unlimited love. Sha Om Shanti. It was a long Murli, and then the story also was very long. Huh?
We know the story behind it.
That
Yeah.
story relates to the center and you also.
Yeah. It changed my fortune. Gyan Sarovar or Dr. Channa Reddy changed my fortune completely. And from there, it was like a huge turning point in my life. It was a very big turning point. Yes. And from a limited service of a center, going into the unlimited was like a big experience that Baba gave, and the power that Baba gave was unlimited. Yes, it was really secret blessings. Yeah, he's from Hyderabad. Yeah,
Doctor.
he was a doctor, medical doctor. Okay. So there also there is a connection.
Yeah, we
Huh?
also had a chief minister in Hyderabad. Then he moved into government.
Yeah,
Sister was in Hyderabad.
yeah.
Few years.
I was in Hyderabad at that time. We tied Rakhi on him on Raksha Bandhan, and then he was shifted to from chief minister to governorship by the Congress people. And because he was in UP also, he was like his political career started from UP. So he used to speak Hindi very well. He used to speak Hindi very well. In fact, he took the course in Hindi. So very well. Everything was.
Thanks
Huh?
for sharing.
Thanks, Baba. When I was reading the Murli only, it was like coming as a flash in front of my eyes. Each and every aspect, how my complete life was changed after that.
Unknowingly, it was unknowingly. My first visit to Madhuban was in 94 June.
Okay.
As soon as I came to Pandab Bhavan, Mrityunjay, I didn't know him. Randomly we met. They took us to Gyan Sarovar. Our first contribution was to Gyan.
Very good.
Without even knowing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much brothers and sisters around the world really have done. And it was a surplus that the whole Shantivan was also built with that 1 rupee.
I remember when they announced everyone should put 1 rupee.
Yeah, Dadi announced that every Brahmin 1 rupee per day throughout 2 years. They had to contribute for 2 years. And it was such a surplus that the Shantivan was also built from that money itself. So Gyan Sarovar and Shantivan was built in 1 rupee. I always tell, whenever people ask how many crores of money, I say 1 rupee. It was built in 1 rupee. It was a unique, and whoever listens, any biggest person, whoever listens and wants to know how the money comes through contribution for the Brahma Kumaris, they are astonished. 1 rupee, and so much you have created. But that is something unique. So now Nirvair also, because he's building the multi-speciality hospital, now has taken land and is getting that built. He has also announced 1 rupee per day for 1 year. He said if 10 lakh Brahmins are there throughout, so 1 rupee is per day 10 lakhs. So he also wants to get this. He has also used this phenomena of Dadiji, that we will also gather 1 rupee for this multi-speciality hospital. So the work, they have started the tilling the land and everything. Just opposite the old age home, Shiv Mani. Behind there is a big, after trauma center, when you go to Shiv Mani home, the old aged home, behind that old aged home is the nursing college, and behind that there is a huge piece of land, about 50 acres we have. So till now we were doing the yogic kheti. The farming was done, and you might have seen the picture of the potatoes that came this year. That was done. So many, I don't know how much potatoes came out this year, but Shantivan, they have been using it for 1 week or so, and all the 3 complexes the potatoes were sent. So that was yogic kheti, and it was beautiful potatoes that came out. So now they have then shared that land for given it to build this multi-speciality. It is Nirvair's dream to have multi-speciality hospital since many years. Yes, all the Zoom brothers and sisters, a very good morning to everyone. And you also heard the story of Gyan Sarovar?
Yes. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
And happy Father's Day to all the fathers who are on the line and who are sitting here. Yes. And special happy Father's Day to our Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba. So,
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Nemo Ben. She's missing this.
Usha
Kanu Bhai and Nimu Ben are missing this time. And also Deepa. And also Deepa. Deepa is also missing.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, everybody. Everybody is saying Om Shanti to all of you.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti Sudhaben. Om Shanti Ben.
Shalom. What is the program now? Okay. So we shall all sit in meditation because we have a program at 11 o'clock. Bring. Tell Jyoti. I've brought special toli from Madhuban for all of you.
में बाबा है हरदम हमारे, तेरी याद दिल से नहीं दूर जाए, नहीं दूर जाए। मिले शक्तियाँ सिद्धियाँ सब खजाने,